What is up here, YouTube? Jigsaw0097 here, bringing you a video this morning. Just a quick one before I go to work because I wanted to discuss this as well. This has to do with Jay Ajayi and the running back room as a whole with the Eagles. I've noticed a lot of the analysts are kind of just sleeping on the Eagles running game. They're saying that it's not that good. I even saw one guy say that because LeGarrette Blount was gone now to the Lions, that the Eagles running backs were going to take a huge step back. And so I just kind of wanted to make this video to address that because I think that's absolutely ridiculous, guys. The Eagles still have one of the best O-lines in sports. And Jay Ajayi is a beast. We already know that. Corey Clement is a beast. We already know that. And so when I see them saying that our running back room is going to take a step back, it just makes me want to laugh, honestly. Also, Darren Sproles is back. We may have lost LeGarrette Blount, but we brought in Sproles, and he's a beast as well. I mean, he's a speedster. He's like having Shady McCoy back, which was kind of an element we didn't have last year. Not like this. Like we had more like power back running styles last year. And now that because Darren Sproles is back, he's going to add another dynamic to our running game. And, you know, I can see why they might sleep on the Eagles. You know, you got Saquon Barkley on the Giants. You got Ezekiel Elliott on the Cowboys. And then further in the NFC, Todd Gurley just got an extension. Everyone's looking at him. And so I can kind of see why they would sleep on the Eagles. But I just wanted to make this video kind of to address that because I think that the Eagles running back room is pretty loaded, and it can only get better as the season goes on because this is going to be a year without LeGarrette Blount, like I just said, and I think that'll benefit the team because it's going to allow, for one, Jay Ajayi, this is his contract year, so he's going to really be playing his heart out. But for two is Corey Clement. Corey Clement has a chance to really step up this season and prove that he could be the guy of the future, which would be fantastic. I think Corey Clement would deserve that if he shows it this year, because you know, that's a guy that he's got a couple more years before we have to even pay him, and so it would be great to have a guy like that to just rely on. And who knows what happens with Jay Ajayi? You know, the fact that Todd Gurley got that huge extension is kind of indicating where the future might be headed for Jay Ajayi. He might be seeking that huge contract with the Eagles, and I just don't know if the Eagles will actually pay him. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. We'll have to see. Again, this year's going to prove a lot, but you know, it's a lot to pay for running backs, honestly. Like I've said on this channel before, I think running backs are a dime a dozen. You can kind of move through them easier than most positions, and so I don't really believe in like paying a running back unless he really deserves it. Like Todd Gurley arguably deserved it, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't pay him as much as they paid him. So I'd give running backs like a 1 to 2 year deal. I'd never give them like a 6 to 7 year or 5 to 6 year deal, just because you never know with running backs. I mean, they get injured, they're beat up all the time. I mean, they're just pushing through the line all the time. You know, they're getting beat up. The injuries they happen a lot more frequently with that position, from what I've seen. It's actually a miracle that when we had Shady McCoy, he lasted like he did, because we used him a lot. He was cutting, you know. He had that horrible injury back when he was on Pitt in college, and for some reason he never got injured. So there's certain running backs, you know, that break the exception. You know, they're an exception of the rule, but for the most part, you know, the position is just very interchangeable. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I just wanted to make this. I don't think that anyone should be sleeping on the Eagles' run game this year. Like I said, a lot of this hype to Saquon Barkley being drafted with the Giants, and then also, you know, Todd Gurley getting that extension. And then a lot of people think that the Cowboys are going to resurge with Elliott now because he's going to be coming into a year, hopefully for them, he doesn't get suspended, because that was a huge distraction for Dallas. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about the Eagles' run game? What do you think about the NFC run game as a whole? Do you think the Eagles have just as much of a shot, less of a shot, even more of a shot than the other teams at run game? Whatever you guys think, comment down below. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be covering the Eagles all season long, guys, and you're going to want to be here for that. And, you know, I'm looking for your guys' feedback, your guys' whatever you guys think. Comment down below, like I said. As always, this is Jigsaw0097. I will talk to you all later.